Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Guess what time it is?
Cooking time?
It's Halloween.
It's close to Halloween too. Hi everybody. And welcome back to Halloween time at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. Again, we're on location at Ann and Linda's place because they're going to let us bake because we're going to try this thing. I've always made cakes. I always pour. We only had one and it was one layer. And it's always like layer cake. So apparently you got to do it special. So we got a little thing for Halloween. I got this specialty pan, which is, we're going to try that. So that's going to be fun. Before we do, be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the little notification bell to get updates when we do this kind of stuff. And let's get right into it. All right, so sprinkles, totally optional, but we got some. And you're going to need some icing, man. We got the vanilla, the whipped stuff, which is really good. And we're just using box cakes. Going to get 2 of them because you're going to make one each layer. You're going to need a little bit of coconut or olive oil. Don't use the bone. You're going to need a couple of eggs, 2 to 3 eggs. But just cook them by the instructions on the back. So we're just going to walk you through how we did it. So we're just doing one of these at a time. Just don't do both cakes at the same time. This gets horrible. So go ahead and put your cake mix in a giant mixer bowl. 3 eggs, and it's 1/3 of a cup of the oil. So you put all that in there, and you can use a fork and beat it together like I do, or a cheater beater, or get this high-tech NASA-inspired what the fuck thing here. So you mix it around here. You're supposed to add a little bit of water. I didn't know that. So we're going to come back to that. So this, you just use butter, or you can use a spray grease thing, but you take it and rub butter over everything it touches, because you're especially going to be dumping out of something like this, probably decorations and edges and stuff on it.
Oh yeah, the more edges, the more grease you need.
Don't forget that spot right there. Yeah. And don't be afraid to get in there and get your hands dirty. Like, you know, that's what I put on my dating sites. But just go ahead and get that done. While you're doing this, go ahead and preset your oven to 350, so it'll be nice and warmed up. Use a little bit of flour. This wasn't in the instructions, so this is how normal people do it. Is once you grease it, you put flour in. Right? Like
this makes it release from the mold a little bit easier.
Does it? See, I didn't know about this. I always just kind of expected it to fall out of the pan. So, why are you spanking? Never mind. So it is nice and covered. Add, well, I think it was half a cup of water. We ended up adding to this so it wouldn't be near as thick. And then right back into blending stuff. But again, just follow the instructions on the box. Different boxes are going to be different, but this is how we did it. Now, this is the most Halloween thing we've ever done.
It's Halloween!
Like, this is a straight thing. Now, I was told that you should probably only fill it to like half or 3/4 of the pan, because it's going to swell up when you cook it. But if you do that, then you're not going to be able to get the removable face that we use.
That was the best part.
So go ahead and put it in here. Your oven's at 350, right? Make sure to get all this stuff out. And that red from the last stuff that poured out is a different red, and I have no idea why. So you put it in there, and it's going to take 18 to 24 for each one of these. So use your toothpick to check it, test it. Poke it in there, it comes out, there's nothing stuck to it, you're good. If it is, put it back in. I mean, you don't have to be weird and pull the eye out.
What? But this is fun part.
And then you do your best Hannibal Lecter and saw the face what is protruding off. Now, you can save this, you can crumble it up, you can do whatever with it. The second one, I think intentionally, we pull it off and pull it off in one piece. This, we just pull off the side and you snack on it, man, while you're working on it if you're into red velvet stuff. Now, there is a nose in there, so yeah, that's where that is. After a little bit of knocking around, it came off here. Now, you'll see that our jaw broke a little bit.
It's all right. Just put a little icing on there, glue it back on.
Right, so the icing you actually microwave for a moment, right? It makes it easier to spread. But you can do this without that, and it'll be like thicker, right? You put it on there. So this, you were telling me, is the crumb layer?
This is the crumb layer. The first layer you put on a little thin, so you can basically glue down all the crumbs.
See, that's just blasphemy. You're not supposed to thin layer icing ever.
Okay, no, this is just as first, and then you go back and put a thick layer on top of it, and then it's pretty, and there's no crumbs in it.
Yep, I'm all about the thick layer. Put that on my damn
yeah.
So here's our second one. We went ahead and did the second one while we're icing that first one. So this one, you could just take it off, and trust me, if you can take it off in one piece like this, you can use it later, and it's totally worth it, trust me. So the second one, just put it right on top of the first one, man. I'm showing it here. We had video of it, but apparently I lost it. So just take it and put it right on top of it, and then when you ice it, it'll ice together, and you'll lose that it's 2 different layers. It'll just be a super tall, ginormous cake. So this one right now, since it's the first one that's on the top, it's still a crumb layer on the top.
Yep,
right?
little thin crumb layer. Yep, that's right.
It looks like it's screaming at me, like it was just Well, you know, it's either that or it's not going to. But when you have, I mean, you don't have to use just jabbing them in the eye, man. It's making me uncomfortable. I don't want to eat the frosting that's in the nose. That is so gross. The age of COVID, you can't be doing. So when you do this, like once it cools off, you let the cake cool before you do all that kind of stuff. It'll stick and you won't see, right? So you can do this, and then you're technically done once you put the icing on it, right? Like you don't have to have the icing if you're allergic to that. Weird, but we do this. We went and added like sprinkles and all kind of stuff. But this is a basic. This is a basic layer. Don't have to use the skull pan, whatever. This is what it looks like. We went a little further and added sprinkles that we got from the Halloween
marshmallow
shows.
eyes.
And we made eyes out of marshmallows, so it is like so hunting. And then we added the face back, which is just disturbing as all hell.
Oh,
like,
kill it with fire.
Yeah, it just wants to nuke this site from orbit, man. So yeah, try this. Let us know. And there you have it, folks. Layer cake. This is not the same outro as before. It's because I'm an idiot and accidentally deleted it. So everybody's here, so I didn't kill them and put them into other things. And over there. That is over there. They're still here. But yeah, if you do your layer cakes, you do them a little bit differently, or you want to see us try it differently, put it down in the comments, man. Let us know. Maybe we'll revisit this and see if we can try it a different way. I really enjoyed how that one came out, and even though it was a red velvet cake, which I wasn't a flavor fan of, whatever, it was really cool. So let us know. You can also find us on our social media. You can find us on Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon, at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen there, or at Living Between on Instagram. And we'll see you next time.